Hello everyone, this is Ashley. Today I have a project share. I made an expandable loaded envelope and I used, I have everything written down, Michelle Randolph's tutorial of the expanded loaded envelope. Wonderful instructions, very easy to follow, so definitely check out Michelle Randolph's tutorial on that loaded envelope. And then of course, as you can see, I used the Graphic 45 Once Upon a Springtime paper collection. This is the 8x8, and as you can see clearly, I've used quite a bit, not just on this project, but I've used this paper collection quite a bit. So it's definitely getting close to end. But you know, even though it's an older paper collection, it's still gorgeous. I still got inspired. And actually, the front of my loaded envelope is pretty much this illustration here because I thought it was just gorgeous with the fairies and the flowers and leaves and the ribbon. I just loved it. So I definitely got inspired for sure by this front illustration of it. So let me put this down and then I will show you all my expandable loaded envelope. You can see a lot of glitter here. I'll stand up as well, and sorry if I get shaky, I'm using my camera. It's kind of a top view. And then I'll just kind of prop it up, so maybe that'll help with it as well. I don't know if that'll help at all, but just while it's standing there for now, I will say, kind of funny story behind this is when I was watching Michelle's tutorial on this for the expanded envelope, usually when I'm learning something new, I'm watching a tutorial, I expect myself to mess up on it. It's just a given. So usually when I, pick the paper that I'm going to use, I kind of use it just as I kind of pick random colors I usually don't use that often. And as you can see, this is like a light blue, which in my past creations, I usually don't use this particular color. So like I said, I expected to mess up, but because she has wonderful instructions and whatnot, I actually didn't mess up, for the first time. So I was pretty excited about that. So I just went ahead and used it. I didn't want to get rid of it or use a different color. I thought this color went really well with the collection. Beautiful. So that's actually just what I used. And then as you can see from the front, it's not exact, but like I said, I got inspired by that front illustration. So I kind of wanted to do a little bit of that and then, added some other things myself. And hopefully throughout the entire thing, you can see all the shimmer, not just from that bow, but you can see the stickles and a lot of the fussy cutting that I did. Because I also got inspired by Annex 01 or Annex 001. She does a lot of fussy cutting in pretty much all of her craft creations. And I just think that's really important because you utilize the paper collection at hand. So I definitely tried to, do that and got inspired by her to do that as well. So as you can see, I have quite a few things that I've actually fussy cut it and I put on dimensionals to give it some dimension, of course. So I have this little set here that I fussy cut out of the paper collection and just put some stickles, as you can see there. And this is from a Sizzix die that branches with leaves. I just inked that up with my Spectrum Noir markers. A little fairy that I fussy cut and just added in the corner. And this is a bow from my Diamonds Die bow die. And then the material is the canvas that you can purchase from Hobby Lobby. This was just a metal piece I had in my stash. It was silver and I just spray painted with my Crayola gold paint and just adhered it to the bottom. Then it's another fairy as well as this line and the ribbon. You can see I put some stickles in there as well. And you cannot see on this camera at all, but it's raised in her, kind of in her wings. I put some glossy accents and then I put some stickles over it so it looks even more dimensional. But I don't think you can tell. Yeah, you can't even tell on this camera at all. But in person, it's amazing. I really love that look. And then also I fussy cut some of these out on dimensionals there. And then there's a little bunny. I kind of put him in the background. And then a little tiny spoolie. I just spray painted it gold. And actually I used my Marby Cheetah, the gold pen. I inked that throughout the entire envelope, as well as the embellishments and stuff that I fussy cut out. And some more of the leaves. And then the lace that you'll see throughout There's also some lace that I had in my stash as well. And then this is another fairy, which I love. And she also has the this thing with the glossy accents with the stickles. You can't see that either, but it's gorgeous as well in person. Then I also have some tags in this first little pocket here. Try to pull that first one out. So this is that one. And I used the canvas for the base of this. This is the canvas that I purchased from Target. It was about a year ago. It was all of the canvas tags and the burlap tags that Target was selling about a year ago. It was for $1. And I just decided to use those as my base. So I inked the edges up with Vintage Photo, Distress ink, and the Marvel Cheetah gold pen. And then I just used one of my decorative scissors to get these little cute edges. Put them on dimensionals. And then I just put a little bow from a die set. And then some flowers and a little flat back pearl. So, and then this is a piece from a film strip too that I added there. So I have that one. And then my other one is pretty similar to the first one. So kind of same concept there. Those two tags. And then also have this little gold clothespin here. I'll just put that there and then I'll snatch that off of there. So this is the mason jar, one of my dies. This is actually one of the dies that I purchased from eBay actually. But I just put a little flower there, stars. You can see the stickles that I pull all around, as well as the Marvel Cheetah gold pen. And then this is one of the little fairies I fussy cut of her in the jar or looking out the jar. So I just have two layers of that. And then also, I also have this little one I fussy cut. It's like a little fairy on the bird. There's on dimensionals as well. And then we will get to our second. I'll pull out another tag. And then this is the burlap one. The first two I did were the canvas ones, and this is the burlap one again from Target that they have for in the dollar spot as well. And I kind of use the same thing. I use the same stitching with my decorative scissors, just a flower with a flat back pearl, stickles, and then a little piece of paper that I fussy cut it with a fairy. In there as well, like a little stamp. And then I put a little button at the top for that. So that's that one. And then this is another one of the tags. Again, the burlap. Same pretty, same concept for the most part. Button and the stickles and the decorative edge. So that's that one. And then as you can see, I have this huge little wand here. It's my first one here. I may stand up because I feel like it's getting a little close here where you can't really see. So let me scoot this back just a little bit. So this is the wand that I made. It just says Once Upon a Time. I fussy cut that from the paper collection. And as you can see, I have the rosettes here. I use a Tim Holtz rosette die. A little cabochon I had in my collection. And this is also from the Tim Holtz film strip paper. The die from that. And then you can see I just put some little ribbons here at the end of it. And then also, I'll kind of pull that trim up. There's a little button here that I just put some paper. Oops, if I can get there we go. See, it's a little button and I just put some paper and a little pearl and then I just put some lace there. So you put that. And then I just spray painted this gold because it was pink. It's pink and white. I just spray painted it gold because I was going to purchase some ones that are gold at Target, but they were like $3 and I'm really cheap. So I'll just spray paint it and it worked. And it looks pretty good if you ask me. You can see I put some stickles around it. So pretty shiny, but I thought that turned out good for my first wand. And then I even, the outside of it, the blue, that's also a, that's also a Tim Holtz die. That's the film, not the film strip. I forgot. I'll definitely put it at the, at the bottom in the description box what die that is. But it's by Tim Holtz. I just can't think of it at the moment. But I just decided to use that. And then we'll scoot this down. So you can kind of see a little bit more of the detail a little bit better since some of the embellishments are off of it now. And then here, I'll raise this up a little bit. I'll grab this part. You can see I have that little banner. I have the little banner here. That's a die as well. And then I fussy cut the little fairies. And the fairies are on each, you know, on every other flag. And then I have the little flatback pearls in the middle of that. And then I put a little bird there. And then this was so cute. It's a paper clip. This is actually from Target as well. It was the chalkboard ones, if you remember that as well. See the back, it was a chalkboard paper clip. And I just fussy cut her from the paper collection and added some stickles to her and adhered her to, the chalkboard. And I thought that was really cute. So I just put that there for another embellishment. And then is on the side, actually I'll do that last so you can see it. So I'll kind of dig in this first pocket here, or actually standing it up, you can see a little bit better that way too. It kind of looks like, let's see that, just a little bit better. And then I'll grab a few items out of here first. And sorry if it gets shaky, while I am using, you know, my phone, so it gets a little shaky a little bit. So I'm gonna push this to the side here just a little bit. And I have two little things that were in that first pocket. So I'll show you this one first and scoot this one to the side. So this is another little pocket that I made, that it was in this third slot up here, because that's the biggest slot. And I'll show you the slots, the size of them here in a moment. But yeah, so I use this. These are just envelopes that I use that I had in my stash that I've never used. So I decided to use those. You can see I edged it with my gold pen. And then I use a bow paper clip. And then this die here is a Tim Holtz distressed doily die. And then here I just have some flowers, just kind of random in my stash. This little wood veneer piece, I just put some stickles on. A fussy cut of the fairy on the bird. And then it says Once Upon a Time on the right hand side. So I'll take this off. And we will look inside. And I didn't do too much because, you know, obviously if I do too much embellishment, it will not close. So I really didn't do you know, that much to it at all, so that it would close. But I just put some washi tape and some of the paper on each little slot here. So like I said, not too much, just some flowers, not too much at all. And then these are fussy cut from the paper collection, and I just put a bow here with a little flat back pearl in the middle. And again, that bow die is from Diamond Dies. So I just put that there. And then I did the same with this second one. And then we'll do this one, which is my favorite because I love these little rabbits. And you can see the stickles in that one. So that's all I did to that. And then this is just the back of it, just the papers. So we'll flip it back. And that is that cute little envelope. That's the back. And then that's the front. So I'll put these just on top of there for now. And then this is the other item that was in that slot. Kind of a shaker card. As you can see, all the different colors in there. Sorry about the glare. Let me switch hands for a second. Hands get a little shaky. But on this one, as you can see, this is a vellum envelope. I'll flip it over. You can see it's a vellum envelope that I made. I just use it with my Martha Stewart scoreboard. But I just used the paper collection. I had a die, I think it's a Spellbinders die that I used on this. And I just adhered it to the vellum from the paper from the Graphic 45. And if I get a little bit closer, you'll see I put some white flowers and I fussy cut these little fairies and put 3 of them down there. Then I use my gold foil pen in the inside of that so you can see it on the side. And again, sorry about the glare. And then another one of my cute fairies here I fussy cut and put some stickles on. And then that's a With Love, which is one of the dies from eBay, just in white cardstock. And then again, got the shakers going on. Thought that was gorgeous. And then I'll flip it over. I just have the same die from eBay, just in Hello, and a little pink gem. Then I put some Velcro here, which is the Velcro that they used to sell at Dollar Tree that everyone was purchasing. And then the inside, I just have some of the die cuts from the paper collection just to store in there. With the frog, and the fairies, and then just another one with the chick. So that is all that's in the vellum envelope. So I got that. I'll put that up there. And then I'll pull my actual envelope. And as you can see, I'll turn to the side here. I have some, have like a little gold charm. I have some ribbon and a whole bunch of ribbon and just kind of things that I kind of put on there, you know, on the side just to give it some more dimension. And then to see the size of the pockets, you can see that this is pretty deep, you know, and it's definitely pretty wide. So that's why I was able to stuff those two envelopes in there. And then my second, you can see that, and then the first one. So definitely really good. And these are the side angles. You can see, maybe I'll turn it this way. But you can see the creases in those. Those are really, really good. That's why I said Michelle's tutorial was amazing for the expanded. And I'll show you the other side. So it gives you a lot of room to put some product in the inside of it if you're going to gift it to someone. And then I'll show you the back. Very simple, not too much. I just put some lace at the bottom. And then this is a Martha Stewart punch. I don't remember the name of it. It's really old. And then just some paper. And then this just says, Once Upon a Springtime, I fussy cut a die that I have. And then just a fairy that I put some stickles on. So let me stand up so that's a little bit better. That's the back of that. And I'll take some photos too, just in case it is a little shaky, because I am using my camera and my hands getting a little tired. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Like I said, I'll stand this up again so you can kind of see that from afar, which I love that. And then I'll turn to the back really quickly so you can see the back all together. So yeah, that is my expandable loaded envelope. I had a blast making it. I love the way it turned out. And then just kind of do a little skim of the embellishments again in the envelopes. And the tags and my wand. The mason jar, and then just my shaker. So yeah, that is it for my expanded loaded envelope. And again, I just want to thank everyone for watching, subscribing to my channel, supporting me. I truly, truly appreciate it. You all have a blessed day, a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you in another video. Bye.